He just said to me, it's the first time Spirits has ever said to me this. He said to me, Matt, I don't appreciate you asking me personal questions. I'm like, what? That's my job to ask you personal questions. Nicole, where are you from?
We're from
Ontario.
Ontario.
Oh, great. Well, first of all, I'm glad that you're here.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
I'm excited as well. Now, first of all, when I'm connecting, I keep hearing I'm the father. Whose father passed? Was it your dad that departed?
My mom's.
So your father passed, ma'am?
Yes.
Did you also lose the brother as well?
Yes, I did.
Oh my
They're
gosh.
coming through together.
That's wonderful.
Right away, your father steps forward. I said, why are you here? And then he just pulled through your brother that died.
Aw.
Yes.
And it's crazy because he tells me that you've been wondering where he is. And he says to me, Matt, he goes, your father's doing a lot of the talking right now because he's like the old.
Yes.
Yes. And he's saying to me, Matt, he goes, I got to come through because her brother won't tell the truth. He just said to me.
That's true.
When I'm connecting, first of all, I have to tell you that your dad is telling me that you're going through such pain since losing your brother because you didn't know all that was going on within his life here in the physical world. He tells me that he kept a lot of things secret and wouldn't talk about things. Do you understand that?
That's true. Yes.
And when I'm talking about not talking about things, I'm talking about his health. There were a lot of health issues that were going on with him before his passing, he's telling me.
Yes.
He did.
So
Yeah.
I know that he passed suddenly and unexpectedly here in the physical world when I'm connecting with him. But
Yes.
he's also telling me when I'm speaking to him that he was not feeling good before he had died. I got to tell you that.
That's right.
And he also tells me he didn't realize how sick he was because he's bringing that up when I'm connecting with him. What's really tough is he keeps telling me he lost consciousness. He's telling me he lost consciousness before his passing.
He did. Yes, he did.
He talks about the fact that he like fall or faint because I just felt all of a sudden he was there. And then next thing you know, he shows me, I just feel this loss of consciousness like he just died.
Yeah.
I'm asking him different questions. And your brother's busting my balls. I don't know if this is his personality. He just said to me, it's the first time Spirits has ever said to me this. He said to me, Matt, I don't appreciate you asking me personal questions. I'm like, what? That's my job to ask you personal questions. What do you mean you don't like it? I've never had a soul tell me that. What is that? Was he like that here in this world?
Oh, yes. Very stubborn.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
yeah.
He just said that to me. I'm asking him, were there medical reports? How did you die? Do you remember? Because I don't like you asking personal questions.
Oh my God. He totally would say that. Yeah.
He says to me that when he had gone unconscious here in this world, he tells me his soul was already going to the other side. And I hear that.
Yes. Yes.
What I have to tell you is this. He says to me that he wants to thank you all for the way that you came in and talked to him. Because he talks about you all having conversations with him. And there was also some music that was being played. Someone's being played.
Oh my God.
Yes, there was. Very white.
My sister played by him.
He tells me I could hear the music, Matt, and you know they were singing in my room. He's bringing that through when I'm connecting.
That man, when he passed, the man beside us started singing.
No wonder why. He heard everything. This is his way of letting you know that even though he was unconscious in that bed, he heard every single thing that was happening. And he wants to let you know one thing. He says, Matt, this was not a sad thing. It may have been hard for her to watch. He says, but for me, he says, I was holding on for one thing. I was holding on just to see everybody, he tells me. Because somebody told him in the hospital, this is what you don't know. I know it, you don't know it. He tells me, somebody told him in the hospital, they were sitting with them before you came there. Somebody told him, your family's coming, your family's coming. So even though he was not awake, either a nurse, a doctor, somebody told him in his ear, your family's on the way, your family's coming. That's true. He tells me that he held on and waited for all of you.
Oh my God.
This may have come as a shock to you here in this world. It may have happened really quickly. But he says to me, Matt, please let them know that for me, my passing was beautiful. He says, because the one thing is that if I always told my family that if I had to be hooked up to any type of machines, I would have not have wanted to live here in this world.
That's right. True.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He says, so know that he's there with your dad in spirit, that your dad was the first person that he saw on the other side.
That's
good.
He says to me, and Matt, he goes, you could explain to my sister, me and my father, we had differences here in this world, he said to me.
They did. Yes.
He says, but you know that when I saw my dad, I was happy to see him. He says that in heaven, there are no more issues that we have between the two of us. He says, and that's why I had to come through with him, to let her know that all is healed in spirit and that I am there.
That's
Wow.
amazing. Amazing. Thank
He's
you.
also telling me, though, why was there an issue? He tells me that you were upset with the way he was laid to rest.
It caused some family stuff. Yeah.
Wait a minute. He's telling me more. He's telling me there was an issue where he was buried. When I'm connected with him, he's telling me that there was an issue either with the headstone. There's something with to do with the headstone of the memorial that's there.
Okay. So the headstone, yeah, his granddaughter wants to buy one, but his son wants to buy one. And
All right, hello, pay attention.
Yeah,
So no,
sorry.
he's telling me that he's without a headstone, so he doesn't even have a
Yeah.
headstone there.
No, he
does not.
doesn't.
No.
He says to me, can everybody stop fighting and just put a freaking headstone on my grave?
Oh.
You're amazing.
Listen, I didn't get a TV show by being wrong. But know that it's his way of seeing this. He says to me, it's not about that. He says, just put something there. He says to me, I don't want everyone fighting over this.
Right.
Because what's really going on is this. I don't want to say someone get in big trouble for saying this, but
It's okay.
him.
Yes.
Listen, I have to tell you whether I like to or not, right?
Right.
He just said to me, Matt, he says, it's become a contest over there. He says, because his kids are having regrets for not spending time with him before his
That's
passing.
right.
Wow.
That's right. That's
And
right.
that's why they're making such a big deal out of the headstone. It has nothing to do with the headstone. It has to do with guilt and pain that they felt because they didn't get to be there for me before I died.
That's right.
That's true.
That's right.
Wow.
He says, so tell them that it's not about the headstone. Tell them to let go of that. I don't want there being issues over where I'm buried and how I was laid to rest. He says, put something there and resolve it with one another. That's what I want. He goes, there's one good thing that came from my death. My family was brought back together. And I want to leave it with that, he says.
Yeah, and that hasn't happened in 3 years. Nobody still is not talking.
Listen, I'm not a miracle worker, and neither is he.
No, I
I
know.
can just express to you what's really going on and what he wants his wishes to be.
I knew Uncle Craig would come through.
Well,
Thank you
listen,
so much.
you are so welcome. Thank you for being here.